Hey guys, it's me, your girl Chris. This is episode 139 of Shenanigans with Friends. And you guys are either used to seeing me solo or like seeing a super familiar face. And I hope that she's a familiar face to you guys. And if she's not, I'm going to probably need you guys to get in on that. This is Shavonni, guys. This is my new friends. Let me tell y'all, before I even like let you talk, because I gotta tell you something. Because I was told her before we hit record that I was like, I'm going to talk about you. And she's like, I'm scared. Like, don't be scared. So Christmas shopping, right? Trying to figure out like what to get, bae, you know what I'm saying? Like just like little stuff or whatever, because he's always like, don't buy me nothing. Okay, cool. So I shoot a tweet and I'm like, yo, beard care, like what it do? Like where are my black people at? Like drop the links. So I got a couple DMs, I got a couple things, but you dropped your link and I was like, oh, I listened to your podcast. So that's how I originally knew you, was as a podcaster. She makes like super like little like nuggets, like smaller than like my episodes, and just like super like reassuring, super positive, like super like I can't like for real, like she gives me Ayanla like on a podcast, like for like that I'm okay with listening to. Because sometimes she be doing too much, but like you're right in the middle, and I like that. Like because you're not like because you are honest,
right?
But not in like a harsh way, and I like that because like the shit you be saying sometimes I be needing to hear that. So okay, so
I'm taking
guys,
it all in.
Yes, okay, so knew her through the podcast. I was like, okay, boom, click on the website, super cute website, super easy to navigate. Boom, 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 got the beard kit. When I tell you I need to order some more already, like he's like the oil, like he's super, like he, every time he uses, he's like, damn, babe, like this is great. Like, so I want to tell you that from him to you, that it's amazing, the beard, the kit. And then you sent a little tiny, listen, the whole setup is so fucking cute. So she sends these little like tiny like bottles of like the regular body oil for you to sample, because that was for him and this was for me. And so I'm on it. So, guys, this is Shavonni. And I'm going to be quiet now. And I'm going to let you say whatever you want to say about yourself.
Listen, I'm a little dark, so I don't blush. But if I was able to blush, I would be blushing right now. Thank you so much. That's everything. And that's how I want my podcast to be viewed. It's Self-Care After Dark podcast, but I want it to be like a real down to earth, like I'm talking to you like we know each other and just really digging into real life, because I don't want I want to be relatable to everyone, because I feel like I am relatable. I'm going through the same thing everybody else is going through. But my Sweet Sugar Baby line is my first baby. It's the first thing that I did, which is self-care, sugar scrubs, body oil. So I really, really appreciate all the compliments, and I'm happy that he loves it. Like, if he didn't, really I would just be like, tell me what he needs. What does he need? And I'm gonna create something just for him, because it's very personal for me. So thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You're so welcome. When I realized that we were like finally gonna do this, I was like, I cannot wait to tell her. Like that literally every time he like he's used it, he's
that's
like,
awesome. Thank you. I appreciate the support. It means everything. It really does.
Of course, we have to support each other.
We should.
Because what else are we doing? Anyway, so before we get into the episode, I'm gonna let her tell you about all her other stuff. She's an author, like all the other stuff. She can plug all the stuff at the end. But also, speaking of supporting people, guys, this is Tamra's. Dope people do dope things. Yes, Melanin Intoxicate, guys. If you don't know about it, please get familiar. I will drop the link. Yes, and it's got like my little like I can't stand up because like I'm like kind of in pajamas, so I'm like not gonna do that. But like right here, like it's got my little like hashtag that I've had forever since podcasting, hashtag Chris Shrug, like whatever. So it's got that on there. She sent it to me because I was a runner-up to the karaoke battle that we did earlier. But really I won, but we're not gonna talk about that. So we all got stuff. So this is mine.
That's nice.
I love it so much, and all of the stuff is dope. And she's got stuff for boys, girls, women, men, everything. So please go check it out. Also, Sweet Sugar Baby. I'll have all the links in the notes. I think if you're ready, you want to get into it?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. I'm so excited. Okay, so I am, because every time, because like I have people on like a lot because people like to come on the show. So it's just really exciting when I have someone new and I'm like, let's fill it out. Let's see how it's gonna go.
This is exciting.
But this is a fun, also a fun way to get to know each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's great. Okay, so let's get started.
Okay,
COVID, right? COVID is like that bitch. It's the thing that we're always constantly having to talk about in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
Since it's happened, I found this BuzzFeed article I thought was hilarious because it's something that I always do now. I'll just be watching a movie and it'll be like people like in a super 1-bedroom apartment trying to have a kickback, and it's like 30 people in there and everybody's mouth breathing on each other. And I'm like, oh my God, like what is happening? Like step back 6 feet. Like, and I'd be like, damn, like COVID didn't exist back then. Like, so people were just like living their lives. So I wanted to kind of talk about some of the things that like since COVID, like, what's some stuff that like used to be mad total normal for you that is like, I wish I would now?
For me, like we have this spot here. It's a brunch spot, and it's like it's like a club. You go in.
Okay, tell people where you're from.
I am from South Florida. I'm from the dirty South. So we have a spot down here. It's called Iguana. It's like a club. So you literally will go in at 12 o'clock. You like it's dark and you partying and you drinking unlimited mimosas and you feel like it's 2 o'clock in the morning. And it's just crowded and it's fun and it's like open buffet style food and it was lit. But now that it's COVID, it's like, first of all, I'm not going to an enclosed club like that. I'm not eating all you can eat. Like, I'm not eating buffet style anything because I don't trust y'all. I don't know where y'all fingers went. I already didn't do that anyway.
I was gonna say already, right? Because like they have the sneeze guards.
I don't do that anyways. But you know, it's that vibe.
Right,
and you're just not eating and drinking that freely. Like just.
Right. No, you're absolutely right.
It's
you're
different.
Absolutely right.
Yeah, it's different.
It's
so
like
that's,
too much open air things. Like,
too much.
I feel it. I feel
like,
it.
You know how you dancing and it's like you can't even really dance. Nobody can come up on you and dance behind because
right.
I don't know what you got.
I don't know your status.
Did you sanitize your hands? Like,
right. Like,
it's different.
Exactly.
It's different. It's different.
Very different. It's very different. I'm trying to think of what else. Like, I won't get in, like at work, like I won't get in the elevator. Like if it's like too many people, even if everybody has their mask on, I'm just like, it's not that serious. Like I'm in the building and that's what matters. Like I'll get it's like I don't really want to do that anymore. Trying to think of what else. I mean, people always say makeup, but like I'm gonna do that. So.
I put this whole face on. Nobody can see it but me and Jesus, but I'm putting it on.
That's it.
I don't care.
That's it. So what? I know what it looks like. Like exactly.
I would say for me is like really eating with your hands. I like to eat with my hands. Like I like the crabs. And, just going to a restaurant and just really able to enjoy your food with your hand. I can't. Even if I wash, I'm still like. I just don't feel comfortable doing it. Like
I have not gone to like a crab boil spot like since everything's gone down. I've definitely been doing them at home because I can't. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Anything dealing with food, I'm just like, or even like, I think I saw somebody that I didn't see in a while. It's just like, normally you want to hug somebody, you want to embrace them, but it's kind of like, you want to respect their boundaries and you don't know if they're weird about it. So it's like literally any physical touch, like it's dead now. Like any physical touch is dead. It's dead. So
and now of course anytime somebody sneezes or coughs, like you're like
listen.
It's like, bitch, don't let you have to do it.
Listen.
I'm like, oh no.
You drinking water? You just, I got a little cold in my throat. It's not that, but
it's not what you think it is. Like,
listen, a cough is like a death sentence. You cannot cough around anybody. It's not allowed. It's not allowed.
Oh man, have you flown?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me, how is it? What's happening?
So
I'm gonna have to do it in a couple months.
Listen, it's a whole production when I fly. Okay. So before I even sit down, I'm like, I literally have the wipes and I wipe down the chairs and I have little.
So you're giving it the
sanitizers.
Naomi Campbell treatment.
Listen, the works,
Okay.
okay? I have the
Listen,
mask
I'm
and
with
the
it.
shield, and I wear
Yes.
like a hoodie, and I put the hoodie on top of my hair because I don't want my head to touch the back.
Listen,
The whole time.
I don't really know all the ways COVID travels, so I'm with that. Go ahead, continue.
Listen, the whole time you're just sitting in one spot. Like, you know, they have the snacks, and I'm like, as hungry as I am, I'm not opening it. Like, I can't do it. So as soon as we get out of the plane, it's like I'm sneaking in to try to get I cannot eat on the plane. Like, I will take a shot. I will take a shot.
Okay.
I take my little mini shots on there.
I was gonna say the bottle's really small. It's really not enough room for you and COVID to be on it. Like,
and then the alcohol in the shot is enough to kill whatever bacteria that will get back there. So that's what I do. I'm gonna take the shot now, but I'm not eating.
I hear it.
Much. Yeah, that's how I travel.
Mm-hmm.
It's traumatic.
Oh man, it is. Or here's one, and I don't do it often, but when I do, this is why it's irritating. Mm-hmm. Like wanting to go through a drive-through.
Yes.
Nothing's fast anymore, guys. I don't know if anybody's noticed.
It really isn't.
I just wanted a strawberry lemonade, and literally I was like sitting there contemplating, like, am I going? Because a lot of our lobbies are closed for like restaurants and stuff.
Oh,
so like for real, it's
where are you?
Vegas.
Vegas,
yes, girl.
COVID didn't even touch Vegas. I was in Vegas last year, and they act like COVID wasn't even around.
I mean, listen. Really? We had a point last year, like around October, where we were like super duper, like lowest we had ever been in the pandemic. Okay. Everybody was like respecting it, because for us, like our town is like super reliant on like the tourist industry,
right?
So it was just like super duper duper.
You gotta be tight.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So super duper strict on everything in order for us to stay open and do, you know what I'm saying, and live, right? So all of a sudden though, like people just like after that time, like December, like people just kind of started like getting all crazy and like trying to fight people about wearing masks and stuff. And it's real crazy. Oh. I was just at a rolled ice cream place like 2 weeks ago with my daughter, and a man definitely was about to like have a fucking conniption about him like not having a mask on. Like,
really?
Why do you want to breathe on my food so bad though? Like, I'm gonna probably, if there's ever a vote, if there's ever like something on the ballot that after COVID's gone, like not like really hoping that it really happens one day, like that we still wear these motherfuckers.
Listen, nothing, like we're never going to be the same. Like on a psychological level, we have like if I see your whole face, I'm ducking and dodging you. I'm like,
why can't I see your whole face?
like someone, how you doing? No, I don't trust it. And it just, like you were saying, like when you watch a movie, I'm just like,
I can't, like, and you know good and goddamn well that COVID was not a thing when you were watching like Home Alone, but you're like, oh my God, like nobody has masks on, everybody in this little ass van. Like,
I'm just like, you know how you don't take advantage and you take things for granted. And I'm like, we took breathing open air, we took that for granted. And we should not have, because now look at us. Look at us.
Yes. Like, we don't even know, like, if somebody tries to, like, talk to us, we don't even know if they're, like, worth talking to, because, like, we can't see anything.
Baby,
like,
let me tell you, those teeth and the people with bad teeth, they are thriving right now. They are living their best life.
This is their time.
This is their time to shine. But let me tell you, if you take me out to a restaurant and you are missing a tooth, the date is over. You should have Snapchatted me a picture. I can't do it. I can't.
Is that a requirement now? Is that going to be a requirement? Like, okay, Shavonni, our date's tomorrow at 7, and you're going to be like, okay, 2 hours before, I need a confirmation and a picture smile of you.
I need to see your face. Like, I tweeted something like yesterday, like you can go from a 10 to a 2 real quick if your grill is messed up. Like, I'm a teeth person. I will literally watch you and I'm just like, every time you talk, it's something I can't do it. So the teeth, in that lower part, you don't realize how important that lower part is until the mask is on, because people have beautiful eyes. It's like, you are beautiful with your mask. You are gorgeous with it. You pull that mask on, you be like,
That's not the same person.
It's not the same person. It cannot be. You know, I don't know. I'm not vain though, but I just need to see the whole thing, you know?
I just want to, yeah, exactly. Like, exactly. Okay, so we're not going to dwell too much on this part, but the one more thing, right? Because this is something that I think probably hit me the hardest. It's just like being able to just like go, just like wander into stores, like, and just like spend like however much time just like browsing and doing all that. I really don't feel comfortable doing that now. Now I have to go like with lists and shit, like, and be like, all right, we're going to this for this, this and that, and then there and there, and then we're going home. Like, like, so I miss that, I think.
Yeah, and with the kids too, like, you know, I have kids, and it's just, we went to Disney World last year, and the whole time I was like, I was a drill sergeant. Don't touch, keep the mask. And it's hot listen, it's hot down here as it is in Vegas. So imagine wearing a mask for kids the whole time you're in these theme parks. It was miserable. So that's another thing that's just completely miserable. So
yeah. COVID did kind of, I think, tamper with the Disney experience.
It did, absolutely.
Because it's frustrating because you're so like on guard, wanting to make sure that people that you're with are safe. So
absolutely.
Yeah, I hear it. So damn it, COVID. Like, we're really this is a relationship now. This is a relationship.
Look, we have to learn how to deal with it. This is our new normal, I guess.
Yes, basically. Okay, let's move on. I don't even know how to bring this story in. I know that you've seen the like temporary tattoo baby hairs.
Yeah.
Listen,
on TikTok.
I'm not gonna lie. I've gone to the beauty supply store and I've seen some that look like
look like the real deal.
Like I could really just like lay that, like, I was like like, I was just looking at it. But like, some of them look very good, right? And I'm assuming, now I don't know if this like literally like a temporary tattoo where you gotta like put the wet paper towel on it and hold it down. I don't know.
I think so.
But, oh man, that's insane. But like, but if somebody who can like execute that, amazing, right? But what if you want to like
go swimming?
Right. What if you want to, what if you want to be in South Florida? What if you want to be in Vegas and you can't be on the rooftop partying and your fucking baby hairs start to melt off? So what do you do when you want to do all those things? You want to jump in the pool, you want to be able to have somebody push you in the pool and don't worry about baby hairs floating on top. You get them tattooed, right? Like,
I guess that's logical. I don't know.
It's not the next step going to a dermatologist or somebody to see how we can get your baby hairs back. Like,
listen, that, first of all, it's not the same texture as her natural hair.
Because the tattoo.
Listen. It does not make sense. Like, I think it was like maybe a statement piece, but she has edges, like, and she's natural. She has like locks. She has locks, so it's kind of like locks is not a style that you would normally wear baby hairs in, not on that level, because it's natural. You wear your little headbands around and you keep it moving. You don't need the baby hairs for the locks.
You don't.
It's two different really styles. Don't. I think she was getting a 2 for 1. I don't know, but it looks ridiculous.
Here we are. I just. It's not even a good pattern. Like,
it's not, and it's so long, and it's so far.
Thick.
Like the baby hair should have been a little thinner than that, and like, it just looks ridiculous.
It's giving me finger wave.
I don't know. Maybe she was going for like a tribal, the tribal tattoos. Different patterns.
Okay. Yes.
Maybe it's not supposed to be the baby hairs, because I just feel like my sister is she too deep for that. Like I just don't think that she. I don't think she putting baby hairs like that now.
Like I don't think that. Like,
and you can't cover it because she has locks. Like so, it's not even like she can put real baby hairs on top.
I was just thinking, like, if you just. I was literally staring at the picture like, how can we make this work?
You know what? Like, maybe because we all wear wigs,
I really
right?
Don't
so
have
maybe
anything,
when she
and
put
I'm really
the wig
sorry.
on, maybe when she put the wig on, she wants there to be a baby hair ready just for that quick application. I don't know. I'm trying. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I'm lost at this point.
Okay. This again, they're still just a little too thick, I think, like for us to really achieve what I think we're trying to achieve.
I don't know what the plan was, but she's famous for it now. You know, it doesn't take much.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much.
Yeah.
You know, if she likes it, I'm big on whatever makes you happy, and I think she happy. So I'm happy. It's just different, you know. It's different.
Absolutely. All right. That's what we'll go with.
Yeah.
Let's move on because there's really nothing else to say about that. Okay. So let's talk about other bad decisions. So I always like sometimes when I'm telling some of these stories to like try to put you in this situation, right?
Yes.
Okay. So boom, here you are, Shavonni. You're about to have a baby, okay? And it's very complicated birth, right?
Right.
So a lot of medication, stuff like that. You have the baby, you're fine, but you are just tired. So you pass out. Okay. So the nurses want to take the baby to check on him or whatever the hell. And the dad goes with the baby while you're sleeping. You've passed out. You don't even have time to have name your child yet, right? But he has your kid and he's like, I'm gonna name him. I don't even know. I'm trying to think of like a very ridiculous like name for a baby. But like I'm gonna name him Pineapple or just like whatever the hell, right? And so now you wake up, Shavonni, and they're handing you a birth certificate for you to sign, and you're signing it for somebody named Pineapple Jones. Like, are you mad at your husband? Like, what?
Listen. I would not have a husband. I would be leaving that hospital with me and Pineapple, and that's it. I will be a single mother after that. There's no way. Like, but my thing is, you're pregnant. Like in the story, is the lady was pregnant 38 weeks. That's not a premature baby. Like you're full term at like 37. Like that's not. You had 38 weeks to figure this out. Like you're not going to tell me that you woke up in after 6 hours.
Right.
You just don't know what's happening.
You're right.
You had 38 weeks and my husband decides to pick something random out the sky. No, absolutely not. You know, like they agreed to that. That was just trying to go viral because ain't no way. You know?
Get a
what
story?
Would you do?
Okay.
Yeah, the story.
Yeah. I'm definitely going off because like what in the hell? Take this piece of paper away from me. I am not signing it. What is Pineapple? What does that even mean to you? Like what is because listen, and names are important, okay? And they go with you for the rest of your fucking life.
Right.
So it's important to not just be putting your kid in weird situations at birth by giving them names like Pineapple or Jagger. And some people, I don't want to say, because Jagger is a real white people kid's name. So like, people do name their kids that, but it's just like I didn't really agree to that.
Well, I believe in changing names too now. Like I changed my name, and my mom still got an attitude to this day, and she'll be okay. But I believe in changing names. You got to do what you got to do. You know? Yeah.
Okay, that's super interesting that you said that because I used to threaten and tell my mom that I was always going to change my name. Like, because I didn't like it. And then when I think by the time I got old enough to like really be like, oh, I'm going to change my name, Like I started to like it, like, and so I got used to it. But yeah, I used to tell my mom all the time, like, I don't know why you named me Christian. I think that is the like ugliest name in the whole world. Like, I just hated it. Like, and I like, and it's not the ugliest name in the world. Like, I love it. Like, it's my name. Like, it's me. Like, but it's just like, I used to be so like, I used to really like threaten my mom. Like, when I get 18, I'm change my fucking name. Like, yes, I really did. Yeah. So it's interesting that you actually changed your name.
My name is the same, but my mom, you know how we do. We want to put a little jazz on the name, you know.
Okay. And, yes.
You know, I was graduating and I was getting married. So I literally I got married on the 11th and graduated on the 17th of like 1 month. So I was in grad school and everything. And I was like, I'm a professional. I can't, like, I had an apostrophe in my name. It's SHA apostrophe VONNE. And I felt like that was too jazzy. That's a little too jazzy for me. I'm trying to.
I get it. It's like if she put the
field in names. Names are important. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So when I legally changed my last name, I remove the apostrophe. That's too much. So when I told mom, I'm like, Mom, hey, I took the apostrophe out of my name, you know, and she really had an attitude. So to this day, she will write my name. Let's say we go to Starbucks and she's like SHA apostrophe V. And I'm like, Mom, that's not my name. That's not my name, sis. I need you to get up off that apostrophe. Like, but she's really offended because I was like, you doing too much, sis. Like, I need a job. I cannot be out here with this jazzy name. It's just too much, you know? She'll get over it.
The apostrophe really do put the period on it, though. Like
it's already Shavonne. Like, you already know I'm black, but the apostrophe is like, oh yeah, she's super black. Like, I couldn't do it. So she still got an attitude, but she'll be all right.
Yeah, but we weren't named stuff like Jagger or Pineapple. So thank goodness for that.
Thank you.
Now, what's so weird about this story is that, like, after she came to, she was just like, whatever. Like, I would have never done that. I'd have like, bring me a baby book. Like, I'm not doing this with you. Like,
38 weeks, you should have a name.
But you're right. She should have already. Yeah, because like there's a certain point in the pregnancy where we start just being like, hey, whatever the baby's name is, we're calling it that name before. You're right. Like, what was she doing? Like,
girl, first of all, we already have baby names set up before we even pregnant.
Listen, before we even get somebody to get us pregnant.
Girl, and then, you know, when you are pregnant, you're on the baby board. So everybody's like, what's the names? What's the name? And for me, for my first son, he's a junior. So that was like, boom, I don't have anything to worry about. But the second one, I was like, I'm naming the second one. And I'm a little, jazzy too. But I was like, I'm naming the second one. And I want something prestigious because my children are going to be prestigious. So one lady said like Grayson. I was like, Grayson. I said, I like. So I named my son Grayson. I was like, that's his name. And, my husband at the time, he was cool with it. So,
Grayson gives you like trust fund vibes. I like that.
Yeah, very prestigious.
Like,
Dr.
Generational
Grayson.
Money. Yes, like I like that.
So I'm great.
I love that. I love that.
So yeah, that's my vibe.
Exactly. I love that. I think we've decided that this story is not even real because there's no way that she don't have her kids name.
You had 38 weeks. That's a long time.
That is a long time.
That's a long time.
Oh gosh. Okay. So speaking of changing things, right? Let's get into this Eminem shit. Okay.
Girl.
It's just what.
Listen.
Okay. I don't even know where to start. Okay. So we are in a time, right, where we want to make sure that we're including everyone.
Right, absolutely.
All aspects, right?
Right.
I just didn't realize that this is going as far down as the fake characters talking candies of Eminem's guys. And like, I'm not mad. Am I mad? I might be a little mad, Shavonne. I don't know. So
I'm not mad. I understand, but you can add characters into the setup already. Like, it's like,
right.
like Miss Green got personality. She's a city girl.
The,
Like, so for you to strip away
listen,
everything that she stood for and everything that we know her as, I'm like, I feel like
they made
like,
her cover up her legs and throw away her go-go boots, y'all. They literally got my sis and some kids, and I'm very upset about it. Like, they're not even like they're not even like cute shoes. Like, I'm so upset. But here's okay, and I know that you probably thought I was gonna be more upset about the green M&M, but
right.
then I realized that Miss Brown, CEO, okay,
Yes.
like, listen, why did they put my good sis in these kitten heels? I'm not doing this. I'm not about to do this.
They
You're not
said
gonna put
she gonna be a woman. She gonna be an old lady. Like, we can't give her.
Why
no
are you
sex
dressing her
appeal.
like my great aunt? Like, I don't want this. Like,
Girl, the kitten heel is like, when the last time you saw somebody in a kitten heel?
I haven't, and that's the problem.
At
like,
church,
y'all trying to be inclusive, but like, who is this including? No one wears kitten heels. Like,
I don't know anybody. Him, she, them. Nobody wears kitten heels. It's a joke. It's a joke at this point. It's a joke.
So they're the ones that got the physical changes to them, right? But then we got some emotional changes from some. Like, why are we doing this? It's like they're literally just candy. Okay, so you know how the red one be like bossy and shit?
Yeah.
They're dialing him back. He's not gonna be like that anymore because he's going to make sure that he's including all of his teammates. And you know how like the yellow one was like kind of goofy and shit? They're like trying to bring it back from him being less goofy and more like rose-colored sunglasses. Like,
okay.
Like, I'm gonna show you, like, he's gonna be the personification of, or the candification of what like the world should be. Like, so he's gonna be our ally. I don't know what's happening.
At this point, they should just let the candy be the candy, because all of this is just,
honestly,
it's already
just,
not real.
right.
But then to like put all these different ideas on, like, y'all have like,
yes,
who said they wanted this? Like, I didn't want that. So who did they serve that? Like, who wanted this?
Like, who was like, you know what? That great M&M is just way too sexy. Put like, get those boots out of here. Like, so who wrote to Eminem and was like, "Dear Eminem, Mars Company, like, I am so appalled at these." Like, not the. Did we ask her if she wanted to change her shoes? Like, I don't even know that we asked her, because she looked like she was very comfortable in those go-go boots.
Right. There is real work to be done. There is real work to be done.
Right.
For the community. Like, donate the money to help the community, right? Like, donate the money to make sure there's money in the homeless shelters for people that's been kicked out based off of being a part of the LGBTQ plus community. Like do something that's really going to make an impact on the people that are suffering from being discriminated against based off of their sexuality. Like, do the work. This is not the work. This is not the work. This is a joke. And then I'm not gonna
really
M&M's, because now y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much.
Now y'all putting too much shit on just some candy. Like, it's just supposed to be candy. And Tucker, I think it's Tucker Carlson, right? That dude on Fox or whatever. He was very upset about this, and he's basically like, apparently at some point he was attracted to, like, the way he's talking gives me vibes that he was attracted to the green at one point, because he's like very like, we're upset that they're changing her, but he's upset that they're changing her. Like, I don't know what he had going on with
now,
her,
you know,
or like what the issue is, but he was very upset.
They have those furries. So, you know, people are into all types of different things now. So maybe he is offended that his girl is changing a little bit, you know? So I understand that, but people are interested in a lot of different things, but, you know, I don't know.
For me, I feel like I get what they're trying to do, but at the same time, like, I don't know, like, putting somebody in a pair of sneakers versus go-go boots doesn't change who they are as a person. Like, I could put on any like 4 different kinds of shoes, that doesn't change the person that I am up top. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't really know how like changing shoes, like you said, is doing work, right? Is doing the work. Like, what is that? What are you
it's
showing
not
me?
the work. And it is very kind of like, under the assumption that your image and what you wear identifies your gender, which it doesn't. Somebody can be wearing heels right now and they identify as a man. Like it like the articles doesn't change who you identify with. So it still doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense.
You're right. It doesn't. But I mean, this is what happens when people just are doing think pieces on things that don't really need to be thought about this hard.
Right.
So
it's not that serious. Not that serious.
Okay. It's really not. Okay, so let's move on. We are. Oh, okay. So I just want to touch base because I feel like it really wouldn't be right. Like, I don't like to always talk about super celebrity news, but like they are in the news so much that I just thought like I have to mention one of the weird things that they are always getting themselves into. I'm talking about Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox. Giving me very star-crossed lovers vibes. They are just so over the top in love with each other and weird about it. Like, I don't know, Shivani.
Do you remember when Angelina Jolie and her the other husband before Brad Pitt that she was with,
Billy Bob Thornton?
You remember how crazy they were? Like that crazy. They're wearing each other's blood in their necklaces and just all these weird things.
Blood, yes.
Yeah, like just these weird
like
things.
What level of love is that?
Listen, now I understand because I be feeling like that sometimes, but I don't do it because it's just too much now. It's just too much. but it's like that same type of like love and connection that they have, I guess, which is nice because love is beautiful. Yeah. So you want people to like really go all out, but I don't know if all of those things are really necessary to prove your love for another person. It's just it gets a little odd.
It does. And the reason I bring them up today is because they are engaged. They're getting married. So congratulations. And that people I think I've ever seen somebody engaged to, because it's actually 2 rings, right? And you put them on and they interlock and they have it's supposed to hurt if she tries to take it off, and that's the part that's scaring me.
Yeah, it's very weird. It's very weird, but I feel like if she's making a verbal commitment and you guys eventually get married, that's all you need. Like, you don't need to fight me to get it off. And everybody, like, you guys are so public that you don't need like that to know that she's in a committed relationship. So it kind of is pointless,
I don't know.
It's like I can see that for somebody that's like a habitual cheater, and it's like if you pull that off, we are gonna know because you're gonna have scars,
like a chastity ring.
Yeah, like we're gonna lock it down, But even that doesn't change because a person can cheat with the ring on, so it does not matter. But they're such public figures that everybody knows that they're together, so it's no point in taking the ring off. And then it's like, why would you want to hurt me? Why are you trying to hurt me? What we doing?
Because pain is love is what he said. He said pain is love.
Some pain is okay.
I think Ja Rule said that too.
Is that part too? But it's everybody wants to be different. So I guess I understand a little bit. I don't know.
I don't know why everybody has to like
be so different.
I don't know, like why can't you just or like not even just but like straight, like I don't know, but like that's their whole thing, like so this doesn't really seem too far off brand with everything else they've been doing, like
that's their vibe.
So, yeah, that is their vibe. Okay, well, let's move on. Okay, so this is exciting because I'm mad. Okay, so the Jetson 1 car. All my life, okay, watching the Jetsons, and then on the Jetsons, it was supposed to be the year 2000. And I don't know if anybody ever really realizes that. It's supposed to be the year 2000 when the Jetsons are a thing, right? Mm-hmm. And they've got the flying cars, and you can fucking push a button and get a fucking roast beef dinner. Yes. Or you can go through a machine and it brushes your teeth and puts your clothes on for you. So as a kid in the early 90s, here I am like, yo, I can't wait till year 2000. It's going to be super lit. I'm never going to have to cook again. I'll never have to pick my outfits out. This is going to be great. Then I saw Clueless, and then I saw Clueless a little bit later, and then Cher had the little wardrobe picker, and she was pressing buttons, and it fucking picked her out. So I was like, okay, we're almost there. Clueless is telling me that we're almost there.
We're almost there.
Then we get to 2000, and guess what? Everybody's car is still on the damn ground. Nothing is happening the way it's supposed to. People still have to go to the grocery store. We don't have robot maids. Well, we kind of do, but they can't pick up stuff. And well, some of them do. But anyway, so like we have Alexa and we got Roomba. Okay, but it's not Rosie, is what I'm saying.
No, it's not.
The point is that I feel lied to, and then I hear that they have a flying car. And I'm like, okay, we're 22 years late. I'll forgive you. I'm still here. I'm still alive, right? And then I see it and I'm hella upset because it only goes 63 miles per hour. That's not even our speed limit on the freeway here, on regular, on ground cars.
Right.
It's like, first of all, why are you putting a cap on how fast I can go how many people are even going to be up here with me? Like, it's not even going to be that many people up here.
But you know what? It's not that expensive. So it's going to be people
up there.
People are going to really but my thing is people don't know how to drive down here and you don't need a pilot's license. So it's going to be like every man for himself. Like it's going to be buck wild. Like when those things are in the air, like it's going to be buck wild.
So here's the downside though about it. It's not really a car. It's kind of like a flying toboggan almost. Like it's very small. And it's very like you can't. It's not something that you could like throw your suitcase and your lunch in and hop in and go to work. Like,
it looks like a drone. Like it's like a lifestyle.
It looks like a drone. That's exactly what it looks like.
And I'm just like, it still goes high enough and fast enough for me to be freaked out by it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like
I'm gonna see if I can show the video.
He's flying through the forest, and I'm thinking, you're not scared of the trees, like. You're not afraid of like hitting something. It's interesting. Like it's really interesting, but I don't know. And then you don't have to be trained because I guess it doesn't go over a certain speed, you know?
Yeah, so it doesn't go faster than 63 miles per hour. He looked like he got sweats on, so he's definitely not trained.
And then he's slim, so I'm a little too thick. I don't think I can fit in there.
I don't think my butt's gonna fit in that seat.
Girl, no.
But like, it's not giving me what I thought it was going to give me. Like, I need to be able to put my whole family in this car and zip zap to where I need to be. Like, and this is not doing it for me.
And it is just a one person thing. So it's like, where are you going? Where you going? Like,
right. To come show somebody that you got this. They
can't even ride with you. Like, they can't ride with you. And then what happens if you crash? Like, how it's just. You know,
yeah, because it's so like he's so like tight in there, like it's over for him if he crashes.
That's it.
Does it have airbags? Like
I think it had like a parachute or something like that, that can help. And it's a cool, expensive like person's like toy. Look what I got. You know, come to the back and check it out. It's cool, but I wouldn't like be like I'm going to Miami in 5 minutes and fly that thing down. I would need to because the traffic is so bad down here. But
you just get your cute outfit and then you just jump in your fucking.
I would rather that in a motorcycle. So that might be something.
Okay. All right. So guys in Florida, y'all might see Shavonni flying above you.
Period. Period. Okay. It seems fun, but I don't know.
Yeah, it seems fun, but like I think we're doing a little bit much calling it a car.
Right.
I think we have to find another word for it. It's definitely not a car.
It's not a car.
But I see where you guys are going. Drone. Yeah, you guys are still really behind on this technology. So, I mean, I'll be here for a little longer, but like...
we need to wrap it up.
Like, come on now.
Beat this thing up now.
Oh, man. Okay, so here's probably my favorite story today. Okay, so I'm about to share something with y'all. Okay, so my eyebrows, right, are like kind of thin, right? So I have to, so I'm always like, oh, let me go draw my eyebrows on. Oh, let me go draw my eyebrows on, right? So I'm like, damn, like, and so I'm always like, some people say microblading is like a lot of like too much upkeep, stuff like that. So whatever, because I have like so like this eyebrow is like great, right? But then like, did you see that Jordan Peele movie, Us? Like this is like, that is my Us like eyebrow, right? This is the one that lives underground and like, you know what I'm saying? Like wants to take over my life.
Do that.
And so I was like, damn, like, I need to fucking figure out what I'm gonna do here because I'm kind of tired of like always having to draw the Quasimodo on, you know what I'm saying? Like to get it together. So then I found this article and I was like, I think I have my solution, but I don't think I have my solution. So, guys, we know microblading. We know all these things that we can do. There's also, and I don't think a lot of people knew this because like I really didn't know this, that you can get an eyebrow transplant, right? And so when you think about like what a transplant is, a hair transplant, it's just like, you know, Bosley, like I'm not only a client, I'm the president, you know what I'm saying? Like they like go and get hair follicles from somewhere else on your body, like wherever, and then they put it like on wherever you're trying to get it to grow, and then the hair follicles are supposed to still be alive and it's supposed to grow perfectly, right? So a girl who was kind of having the same like eyebrow issues, like probably not the same eyebrow issues that I'm having, but maybe I'm over exaggerating my own problems. But anyway, so like she was having her issues. She was kind of tired of doing everything. She tried microblading. It didn't really work for her. So her dad wanted to do something nice for her. So he's like, boom, I got you this present, girl. It is an eyebrow transplant. They're basically going to move your hair follicles from your scalp and they're going to put it on your face, girl. And you are going to be so luxurious in this piece that like the club won't even be able to hold you. Okay, cool. So she goes and she gets this transplant. So let's first talk about when I tell you her head, the back of her head looked like they did brain surgery on her. Like they took so much fucking hair, like too much hair for me. Like that's crazy. So they basically, because what happens is in order not to kill because you can't just like shave it like off somebody's head, right? You actually have to remove part of the scalp in order to keep the hair follicles alive so they can continue to grow wherever you're going to put them. Boom. Okay, so they fucking butchered the back of her head, okay? And I guess if she could be able to like live with that, then cool, because she got to have these popping ass eyebrows. So they do what they have to do and they put them on her fucking face. And at first, it was great. That she got them done in 2018, I believe. At this point, they are fucking out of control because, guys, and this is why I'm like thinking, and we're gonna try to figure out where else we could have taken this from, because the problem with taking it from our scalps is that shit is going to be long as fuck. So I'm about to show y'all some pictures of her and these long ass eyebrows. And I really just want y'all to like really think about maybe other places that we could have taken this from besides her long ass hair on her head. So here is her. That is not her joking. That is literally her just combing her eyebrow up, y'all. Like I need y'all to really understand what I'm trying to show y'all. Okay, she looks devastated. I'm devastated for her. This is her head. Does that not look like they literally took out a tumor, Like, what the fuck is this?
Listen, she only
for my eyebrows.
She just needed a pinch
for my eyebrows, Shavonni.
No, no. I'd be like, where's the rest of my scalp? Because it's not all my eyebrows. Like, what?
Like, look at that shit.
No. No.
But it's really this one that keeps me up at night, okay? That's the one that keeps me up at night. That looks like a chia pet. She's gonna have to braid it. Okay,
Put some cornrows on it.
I was gonna say, did you just start a trend where we have cornrows, like just 2 pigtails?
Listen, so so Megan Good got this. Megan Good did the same surgery, but I guess she did it the right
on her
way,
eyebrows?
obviously. On her eyebrows, because she's infamous for her thin eyebrows. So she actually got the transplant for her. Her eyebrows look good. I don't know where she got it from, but the issue with getting it from different body parts is like the hair on different areas, the texture.
I'm so glad you went here because this is where I was going.
The texture is different. So I'm just like, okay, like let's say she would have get it from under her arms. Like, I don't know how much hair she had. I don't have a lot of hair under my arms. Like, it would still be patchy. Let's say she went a little below the belt. Like, girl, like
that's not this. Like, that's like putting like a super curly fucking ponytail like on some
girl. Like,
so, but like, I'm sitting here thinking because I have super coily hair. I'm sitting here thinking like, they could have took that out of my scalp. That shit would have looked I'd look like, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what I would look like.
Listen, you would have little afro puffs on your eyebrows.
It would look like I permed my fucking, like white people perm my fucking eyebrows. That's what it would look like.
It just would not. Like I have to draw my eyebrows on because I have none. Like, I have none. But that's the best solution. Then that's like invasive. Like, that's really a lot to be doing. Like down.
I don't know. Like, how's that gonna heal? Like,
listen, I got work to do. I can't be out talking about what happened because, like, how do you explain? It's ridiculous. And then my thing is like she's going to have to get them waxed. She's going to have to get the eyebrows waxed. Like, wax them off. And just draw.
Okay, here's the problem with waxing is that that if the hair is too long, it's going to hurt like hell.
She's going to have to shave it off. Her face is
going to be on fire.
How is it growing that fat? Like, she has to keep it trimmed. Like, you know what I mean?
She
like,
literally has to go for like every 2 weeks like a dude, like getting the shape up. Like,
because that's just ridiculous. Like, I feel so bad for her.
And her dad probably feel bad as fuck because he bought that shit and was like, here's your solution.
That is just...
And it gave her a whole nother problem.
That is just terrible. Whoever did it, she need to do a Yelp review because they didn't do her right. They didn't do her right. They didn't do her right.
How do you stop it from growing though? You can't. Like they saved the hair follicle, so they did that part right. Because it's clearly working.
but you know how like when you waxing kind of like starts to permanently.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
So she may just have to like wax it until it's like not, because imagine when she's 60, you're not gonna be. Do you know what's the elephant on Pool? You know how the elephant, like, don't they, or not even on Sesame Street, they got the elephant with the eyes.
Snuffleupagus. Yes.
So she's gonna literally have her eyebrow hair over her face. Like, it's just that's like my worst. Like, that's a scary dream, like scary movie.
To have your eyebrows grow over your eyebrows.
That sounds crazy. Like, that's too much for me. That's too much. I don't know. That's too much. It's too much. I can't.
Girl, so I don't really know what to tell her to try next. Probably just go back to drawing them on. So I'm gonna put my feelers in for microblading, but if that doesn't work out for me, guys, I'll give it up. Like, I'm just gonna
listen. Little pencil, you'll be all right.
Yeah, everything's fine. So, okay. Let's move on. So that was crazy, but let's talk about a crazy person. Okay. A woman was arrested for making over 20 fake Instagram accounts to frame her ex-boyfriend to claim that he was a violent stalker. And I know that was a mouthful.
Mm-hmm. It really was. It really was.
So basically, now I need to, none of the articles that I find are giving me the information I need to know. So I'm going to ask my questions. I need to know how their breakup happened because sis is really taking it hard. Because again, he is her ex-boyfriend. This has happened in England, so you guys don't have to worry about like, this being the next person that you talk to. Because also she's in jail. So, but anyway, so she, from July to December of last year, she created all of these fake profiles basically to send herself like mean messages after they broke up. They were in a relationship for 2 years, and she would say that these accounts like, oh, look what somebody's writing about me. This is him.
Yeah, she I agree with you because you want to just be like, did he lead her to like act to this? But everybody do have to take responsibility for their own actions. But at the same time, some people can just leave you high and dry. He could have ghosted her. He could have, cheated on her. He could have done, not that makes it okay.
Justifies, right.
These men will have you doing stuff that you never imagined that you would be doing based off
that you verbally said out loud that you would never do. Like,
listen, sometimes I'm like, I understand. I get it. Because, you're so invested in the person, and sometimes people will just do you any kind of way. But she's certifiable. Like, she's definitely, because it's like, you don't have no job. You don't have nothing to do.
Girl, like, where do people find the time in the day for this? Like, and I barely be having time for this. Like,
I have too much pride. I'm going to be pretending like my life is great. Even if I'm crying.
Right. Like you're not right. You will never know.
This is along the lines of the girl who booked the photo shoot for the wedding. And she pretended that she had the whole wedding, and just to make her boyfriend jealous, and he still didn't even call her. So it's kind of like you're doing all of this stuff to try to create a narrative, and it's just not like, move on. Like, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go.
Truly.
Yeah, you do.
She made 10 police statements about this man.
And that was the problem, because she could have just been living her life in, like, whatever, make your fake pages, but when you involve the police and you're really trying to
other
somebody,
people,
like, you're trying to put this man in jail. So, karma.
So she sent one of the messages that basically she sent to herself, but she was saying that he said that he was going to stab her in the chest, and that was in one of the police statements. She involved families and friends in this, of course, like showing this stuff to people, asking her mother to call the police and be like, oh, my daughter's getting these weird messages or whatever, even though she was the only person that knew that she was the one creating these. So I want to make it clear that her family didn't know anything about it.
Right.
She claimed that he recorded her walking down the street, that he harassed her friends, that he smashed stuff in her house, that he threw a brick through her grandma's window. And this man was arrested 6 times, y'all, because of these false accusations. He spent about like 81 hours, I think it said, in custody. He lost his job after some of the charges were assault and stalking. He was placed on like house arrest. He had a fucking ankle monitor, like all of this shit, because what? That's why I need to know what happened. Like what? Like I just mean, it's not even like for me to justify why it's happened, but I'm one of those people where like I need to know like what happened just so I can understand the person's state of mind, or like understand what would possess somebody. You know what I'm saying?
But when you start to like really dig into all of the stuff that she lied on him about, like these people will lie on you, and what happened to Emmett Till is a lie, and you know what I mean, like, so like this is really dangerous, and a lot of times certain women weaponize their tears, and it can be a life or death situation for people. So she deserves to be under the jail, like regardless of what he's done. She is blatantly lying. So she really, honestly, like, you know, aside from all like, what did he do? Da, 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 like to really like follow through with as extreme measures as she really followed through. Like she was committed to really, like she was stalking him. Like if you think about it,
like low key.
Yeah, like she was doing all of this stuff. It was like, it's really like some fatal attraction type stuff. And things can happen to where some people can mentally break based off of maybe what he has done to maybe trigger that mental break, but it's still not okay, because you know, you got to seek help, because that is a lot, like for that man to go through, especially if he was not really doing any of these things. Like his life is ruined. Like, you know, you have a record, and you have, you know, even if you can get it expunged, like your boss fired you, like you don't have a job. Like she really ruined this man's life. So she needs to be in jail, and after that she needs to be on some heavy meds, because something ain't right. Like seriously, like, because the next person, she might not deal with this person, but the next person she gets with, this is going to be a pattern. Like this is really problematic.
Now, they did give her, like, because I agree with you in every way about her needing to definitely get in trouble for this, but I think it is because she is having some mental health issues. Right. Because again, it really, like, all of this sounds like just a scorned girlfriend until you really think about the follow through. It's the follow through that, like, makes it be like, ooh, okay, girl. Like, so she got 10 months in prison, and she's gonna have a 10-year restraining order on this nigga, which is definitely within reason, I think, for sure. Yeah, so they're saying that
she needs to come up.
I think so. Like, you need to come up with some lost wages, I think, sis, because like, what are we doing here? Like, we're not in a relationship anymore. Like, but again, that's why it would be important to know what happened.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay. Speaking of legal bullshit, Cracker Barrel. I don't even understand how this even happened to become a story. Okay, so a person's, I think it was a guy's at Cracker Barrel, and he, you know how they, at any restaurant, they come back around, they'll refill your water or whatever. Somebody grabbed a pitcher with a clear like substance and poured it into this man's drink. He got very sick. Turns out it was not water. It was part water and part, like, basically like a commercial grade, like, bleach. What the fuck? Yeah. Like, could you imagine?
First of all, they're not even that clean. So why y'all got bleach like that? Like, why y'all got bleach laying around to where how do you pour that in somebody's water? Like, how that shouldn't even be around the
like, why is it in the same kind of container? Like, why, like, it shouldn't even be around the water pitchers, but like, it specifically shouldn't probably be in a water pitcher. Like, then unmarked, like, we're talking about mad OSHA violations here.
Right, like, for sure. That's odd. I don't know.
It is very odd. Yeah. So because of this oddity happening, he goes to court and he wins. Like, he wins big. 9.4 million. And honestly, I believe every fucking penny is worth it. Because nigga, you tried to kill me. Like, you almost killed me. You could have killed me. And then, like, think about, like, my grandmother has a bleach allergy. Like, imagine, like, somebody having a bleach allergy and ingesting it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you could have literally lost his life. Here is the part, because I'm always mad about something, y'all. And that's not my intention, but it's always because I feel like something isn't right. Out of that 9.4, because of a Tennessee law that places a cap on how much money somebody could get paid out for economic damages, this man is only getting $750,000.
What? So where the rest of the money going?
Oh, it's not. It's just that would have been the settlement had they not lived in Tennessee, but we live in Tennessee, so we can't give you no more than $750,000. So
wow.
So what do you do at this point? Because like you definitely are owed everything that the judge said that you should have gotten. But then like on the same token, you don't want to necessarily go and sue the person that did it because they're working at Cracker Barrel. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not whatever. So it's just like you're kind of asked out, like, because you can't really. I don't know that he can go and like challenge this when that's just a law in Tennessee.
That's it's obviously a law to benefit the company, so he's going to be fighting a larger like system. Like you know, he might that 700 might be the most he's ever seen. Most people have ever seen it. You know that he's probably just going to be content with it and just move forward, because what at this point, really, what can you do?
What are you going to be able to do?
I feel like Cracker Barrel in good faith should gift him the remainder of that money, because they tried to kill that man. Like, or he was really hurt by what they've done. So they need to create something to where they give that man his money. I don't know what they can do, but they need to give that man his money.
And I didn't think about that, but yeah, like a fucking gifting donation. And that's what's so crazy is that it's so many fucking laws to protect these big ass corporations that Shavonne's right. They could just fucking gift it to them and then still go and fucking claim that shit on their taxes the next year. Like, come on. Like, what are we doing?
They know how to work it to their advantage. So they're going to ride with here's the 700. They make 700 in a week. Come on. Like, it's Cracker Barrel, you know? So if they really wanted to do right by him, they would gift it to, but I don't think it made like it didn't make enough fuss for them to be embarrassed enough to not do it. You know, like, you know, when things create a lot of traction, they're going to try to rectify it. But I don't think it has enough traction for them to even care. They're going to give him his 700 and that's it.
And that's very unfortunate.
It is.
Because like I just said, like, it's so many laws literally made for these corporations. And I know that there's a way, but it's people just get to the point where like they're so about the money that they literally lose their humanity. Like, and then I'm just, because I guess I'm upset because I'm just thinking about like the pandemic that we're in and like how everybody's like taking some kind of loss in some way, shape, or form, right? And how $750,000 2 years ago is different than $750,000 today. Like,
absolutely. It's not even
thinking about playing catch up, thinking about how inflation's gone. Like, that's not like
it's not, that's not real money like that, or it can't get you as far as 9 million can.
Exactly.
The 9 million now we
9 million could take care of everything that he needs to take care of right now and have.
Right.
Like, and that's the part that upsets me, is that like the settlement is a settlement, you know? But you know, they will hide behind these laws. So absolutely. There's that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Shavonne, we are at that last story. And I think it's hilarious. It's super short, y'all, but definitely funny. Okay, so we see all kinds of like people, like all ages and like types of people at the gym, right?
Right.
And some of them like work there, right? So there's this older guy. He's like 64. First of all, I'm gonna pull it up because I need to talk about his name, because he definitely sounds like he should be a pimp or something. Like, I don't know that this is where he wants to like, you know, finish his life. His name is Fitzroy Gaines. How is that not something with a fucking patent leather shoe on? Like,
listen, that's old school right there. That's old daddy right there. That's old daddy.
Like, that is his name. Okay, so Fitzroy Gaines is 64 years old, and he is a trainer at a club. I mean, not at a club, at a gym. Fitness club. There you go. And so he is, you know, doing his trainer job, working people out, getting people their shit together. And he is upset, y'all, because he is 64 years old and he wants to hear some Earth, Wind, and Fire when he is exercising. Okay, he don't want to hear your Cardi B. He don't want to hear your fucking Imagine Dragons or whatever hell y'all be listening to. He don't want to hear yo, Kendrick Lamar, your
Right.
Corday, he wants to hear Casey and the Sunshine Band. Like these are the things that you want to work out to. And he's sued the club over this. They are discriminating about the music that I have to listen to.
He's trying to two-step on the treadmill. He needs to go somewhere. He's trying to step in the name of love. No.
Listen.
No, sir. Like, if I'm not twerking on the Stairmaster, like, I cannot get through my workout. I need live. If I'm listening to Frankie Beverly and Maze, baby, I want to go home. I don't want to do this. Like, this is not going to give me what I need.
I want to go fire up the barbecue. Like, I don't want to be on these stairs right now.
Right.
Like,
that's just not going to work. Listen to Marvin Gaye. I don't want to listen to that while I'm working out.
What's going on?
Come on. Like,
that's what you want to do. Like,
he needs to go to old folks. He needs to go to the VFW. He needs to go and get his groove back. But at the gym, that's not the place for it.
That's not what we're here for, sir.
No. How is that discrimination?
Girl, he's tried to sue them like twice or 3 times, and every time the judge is like, "Get out of my courtroom."
Let me tell you what this is. The brother ready to retire. He didn't plan. So he's like, "Listen, I'm getting to that age. I gotta sue whoever I can sue because I'm at that age. Like, what do I have?" And as a trainer at 64, I'm sure he's not getting that much business because, sometimes I don't know if he can keep up with the other trainers. You know what I'm saying? So maybe this is his retirement plan in his mind. I don't know.
Listen, if that's it, then Godspeed, and I hope that it works out for you. He's gonna have to find another district to go to court in, though, I think.
He need to go and slip and fall somewhere. He needs to go and listen, that's a sure bet now because he's old. He's gonna break a hip. Everything will be paid for the rest of his life. He's good, but this is not. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Oh man. Okay. Well, that is it. This is the part of the show where we do our 1-ups for the week. I sent you an email to kind of tell you about what that is. Okay, so I'm going to do mine really quick, and I'm going to let you do yours. Right after you do that, please tell everybody all the good stuff, where they can find you and all that stuff like that. Okay, y'all. My 1-up for the week. We're always like trying to measure our growth like against other people's growth and just like other like forms of measurement that I don't think are real, right? I think that the best way to like determine your growth is knowing that stuff that you used to trip over, like you step over that shit now. So measure your growth by that. Thinking about all the things, the little things that used to bother you and shit like that, and how that shit rolls off your back now. And look in the mirror and know that that's you're fucking growing, bitch, and you're fucking doing it. Okay, and that's my 1-up.
I love that. Look, you just gave me my life. I love it. So my 1-up is I've been reading this book called The 5 a.m. Club. It's really, really an amazing book. So I'm going to read a quote that I got from the book. Okay.
Yes, please.
It says, "Limitation is nothing more than a mentality that too many good people practice daily until they think it's a reality." So basically just we have so many limitations on ourselves that we believe that it's our reality, and it doesn't have to be. And a lot of times we're practicing these limiting beliefs. So sometimes we have to just step outside of ourselves, shake it up, and be extraordinary. And that starts with waking up at 5 a.m., getting on your, your self-care, self-love journey, taking care of your body, mind, and soul. So I definitely suggest reading that book, The 5 a.m. Club. It's amazing. It's amazing.
I love that. These were so good this week. I'm so excited. Okay, Shavonni, I'm so glad that you came on my show. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your evening to hang out with me. Can you please tell everybody who doesn't know you or who isn't familiar, and I'm gonna put your links in my show notes, but please just tell everybody where they can find you on social media and such.
Okay. Hey everybody. So 2 places. So my first business is sweetsugarbaby.com, and that's sugar without the R. You can find me on IG at Sweet Sugar Baby. You can find me on Twitter, One Sweet Sugar Baby on Twitter. You can go on my website and get anything from body scrubs to body oils to foot scrubs to lip scrubs, anything that you need for your self-care routine. It is on sweetsugarbaby.com. Also, I am the host of Self-Care After Dark, the podcast. And my podcast is a down-to-earth perspective on bettering ourselves, self-improvement, mental health. And I am here for you. I am your self-care bestie. And it's a weekly podcast. It's released every Monday. And I would love for you to check it out. So it's on Apple, it's on Spotify, it's on Anchor, it's everywhere you get your podcast. And I am on IG at at Self-Care After Dark. I'm sorry, Self-Care After Dark on IG and Self-Care After D1 on Twitter. So come follow me, hang out with me, get to know me, and let's be friends.
Yay. Okay, well, I think we're friends now.
For sure. This is fun. Please. When you need somebody, call. Listen,
okay,
we can do this
I
again.
will. You're on rotation now, Shavonni.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
It really was. Okay, guys. So that's it. This is episode 139. That's Shavonni. I'm Chris, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.